If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button as well as the bell to be notified of future videos. Thank you.
Hello, Internet. Hello, Internet. Yes. I've got a special guest, a very, very special guest. A lad that for his 21st birthday blew half of Angola up. Well, almost. I'd like to think half of Angola. Now, many of you will know exactly who that is. But if you don't know yet, see this? See what I'm holding here? See there? As I'm allowed to, only me, I'm the only one that's allowed to, well, yeah, where I'm sitting, to call him Suidwester. Good evening, goeienaand. Praat met ons, Skalk, asseblief. Vertel vir ons wat jy beplan om te doen volgende week.
Voorreg om met jou te gesels vir die eerste keer daar in Pommeland, semi-Pommeland, jy's al langs die Pommies. En ja, let me switch to English, my fourth language. In Namibia, that was our fourth language. First, before I tell you about what's going to happen on the 12th, a very, very important day, let me first go back to something that's very close to my heart, life skills, which I've been talking about on some of the book launches, life skills for the primary and secondary school, and then also covering the gap year. That is becoming a reality at a much faster pace than I anticipated. And we're going to roll out starting in Pretoria, roll out nationally, covering Namibia, and then a little bit of Mozambique as well. And yes, and we will update you on this channel exactly when we're going to start. And we will really, I want to, what we do in Pretoria, duplicate, triplicate right through the country. So we cover the massive need that's out there for our youth. And now coming to the 12th of November, which is a little bit less than, a little bit more than a week, we're going to have a book launch at a place that I was before. It's Herman's place, Kommando Kombuis. Beautiful place, excellent historic history about the Boer War, a little bit of that. What is interesting about his place, there always used to be a natural fountain there. And then the Boer go past Magalieskrain Mountains, and then they would camp there. And then they started the school, and then they started to settle there. And then, not much after that, this hatred Pommies attacked the place. And then they realized the Boer, the ladies, were actually nursing wounded Pommy soldiers. And then they said, oh, well, sorry. And they rebuilt the place. And that exact place is still there. And that's going to be part of our launch on the 12th of November, 11 o'clock for 12 o'clock. First part of the day will be covered by an excellent, very, very unique investment company in South Africa, Enrich. And they will cover a little bit of the other products. They've drawn in professional companies, so they will provide a one-stop shop from your conventional products, annuities, life insurance, and wills, testaments, things like that. And then, of course, their own unique investment products, which is so unique that they're the only people in South Africa that's providing it. And just a little bit of a touch. I'm not the financial expert. I'm just touching what they've told me. And on the 12th of November, you can come and listen to that. They've got pillars, 10, 12, 20 pillars on which they base their income, secure the income. One of them, for instance, is the Angus cattle of Woolworths. Is one of them. So they're so unique. I'm not going to tell them what is their return of investment. There's nobody else in the southern part of Africa, or Africa for that matter, that can provide you with that line of income, and they can prove it. They work on history, not on thumbsuck. And then directly thereafter, I will talk about my book. And like on the previous book shows, I'll show pictures and I'll tell stories that's not in the book. Specifically hitting certain organizations in the neighbor countries that's not in a book. Like Koos told me, that's political sensitive, don't put it in a book. But I'm going to talk about it anyway. And then, of course, the Kommando Kombuis, where we're holding it, it will be bring and braai. There will be snacks. We will provide everything there, from glasses, the tonsils, the wood and everything. You can bring your own beer, whatever you drink, and come and enjoy the day there. That restaurant is only open once a month. And something unique, Herman is married to a Russian lady for a very long time. And she told me once the involvement of the Russians during the Boer Wars, they actually provide medical ambulances and nurses that looked after the wounded Boers. So we've got a history that comes way, way back. And of course, some of them actually were involved in battles as well with the Boer. So yeah, it is very interesting. And it is a unique place. It's going to be a unique presentations, both from my side and from their side. And it is, we're starting at 12, so it gives you enough time to drive back at daylight. If you want to stay over, there's a lot of places that Herman can tell you where to stay. But yes, that's it.
SW, thank you, Donkey. I'm sitting here listening and thinking, why am I not there? Hoekom nie? Exit the fair. That's the problem. Exit the fair. Right. So, you've heard it all from SW. All
I'm going to forward you. I'll forward you a flyer, print a flyer, and a very, very short video from Ruan, one of the investor experts. We just briefly giving something, and what's at the end of the video, when the video stops, when he stopped talking, look at that return of investment right at the bottom.
The events that you just witnessed are known for toppling equity markets around the globe, creating massive volatility and investor sentiment. Welcome to Enrich Capital's Lesson in partnership with Aurora Capital South Africa, where we take thinking out of the box to the next level. We aim to generate definite outcomes to a future you can be certain of. We invite you to join us for a mind-bending experience in alternative wealth planning. The remarkable author and retired adjutant officer of the Special Forces, Fourie, will be launching his riveting book titled Sierra Whiskey on the same day. Bring your family and friends and join us for this one-time event on the 12th of November at Kommando Kombuis in Hartebeespoort. We at Enrich Capital's Lesson and Aurora Capital are excited to meet you. You'll find the link to the invitation and the directions in the description below. See you there.
And I will say here that links will be provided in the description below. But I will also say if you have the honor of meeting the author of this book, I'm going to kick your posterior if you don't let me know. And I'm also going to say, if you can get a signed copy of this book, you're doubly honored. Esvia, thanks for chatting with us. And
Fourie, may I
please,
say something to end off from my side? Koos had this prophetic words that he say, the book will only be instrument for much bigger things to come. And today, when I'm talking to you tonight, actually, just after 10 South African time, that word is so true. That book opened so many doors that it is unbelievable. And once these things start rolling out, to me, the book is a history of what happened in special forces. And there's so many of my fellow soldiers that can't be here tonight, specifically referring to Iheki and guys that was killed afterwards. But it leaves with these, with this book, it's a legacy, not myself. It was brought to my children, and then also to my fellow soldiers that died. And then, of course, the other guys that's still with us. We're getting older, we're fading away. So we want to plow back to the youth when we still have the time and energy and health to do it. Great.
and yes, that's Legacy Conversations. I'd like to think that that inspiration, the dreams that Koos had to get this channel going, was because of his friendship with SW. And SW was also the first star of this channel. So for those of you that haven't read the book, do yourself a favor. It's available on Amazon. Links will be provided down here as well, because you can't be there. And I'm just going to say thank you, SW, for talking to us again. And I hope there'll be video of this afternoon and this session out there. Please, sir.
Fourie, yes, I will have books available there. I would say about 90% of my books I've written, it's not available on the retail market. I prefer to write a personal message for each guy, even if I didn't meet him, and then I'll post it myself. And if it's the day of the 12th, I'll have books there available. But it's not about the books; it's to meet the people.
For sure.
Thanks, Fourie.
I hope you've got your rucksack there, your backpack.
Yes, the rucksack is going to be there, and the challenge is going to be there again. And then the last time, that will be my second one there. The last time there was only one guy that picked up the challenge, and it was a 7-med doctor that was involved with Special Forces. It was Stephen Rollins, and he picked it up with, it was 50 kilograms. That was the way that we jumped off and walked with. And he said, Esvia, help my met die rugsak af te kry. Dink ek het 'n spier geskeer. But he was the only guy that took up the challenge. And for that, I salute him.
You still got to load it full of books. That's the audience must guess how many books are in there. That you've still got to do. And you've still got to go walk around in the veld and give us a bit of a quick demonstration. Hierdie kan julle eet en daai kan julle, but that's for another day. Esvia, thank you very much.
Thank you a lot, Fourie.
A roaring success, and do let us know how the day goes. Thank you.
Excellent. Thanks, Fourie. Be blessed.